Final of the 3 videos where we really look at body composition or obesity and these sort of issues. I'm going to talk to you about the concept of the energy balance. And I suppose the key thing that I really want to get across through this video is that if we look at some kind of notion of stable weight, so stable body weight, that really is a product of the following. And it's a product of energy intake, so of course the energy intake is the stuff we eat and we drink, right? Being equal to some kind of notion of energy expenditure. So if, and I'm talking about over a period of time, by the way, not necessarily in an hour or in a day, because, you know, we all have celebration days, don't we, where we eat a little bit more. We go to a wedding or a party, or we have a night out, or whatever it happens to be. You might consume a little bit more than normal, but over the course, you know, maybe judge it over the course of a week or a month, that our energy intake is equal to our energy expenditure. And also bear in mind that when we take part in physical activity, our energy expenditure rises, and that physical activity can be things like sport and organised physical activity, but it can be walking to school at a college, or riding your bike, or doing a physical job, or washing a car, or whatever it actually happens to be. So I'd like to sort of address both sides of this sort of equation. Side one, which addresses, you know, how do we go about sort of measuring and having an insight into our energy intake, and secondly, how do we go about having an insight into our energy expenditure? So let's tackle number one sort of first of all. The first thing I really want you to be aware of is the notion of a calorie. Okay, a calorie. And I want to sort of explain this to you theoretically, first of all, what the concept of a calorie is. I hope that already you understand that something like energy and heat are very, very similar concepts, or even the same concept. So I want you to imagine that you've got some kind of beaker, and in that beaker, and I'm going to draw what looks like way more than I'm going to say here, you have got 1 gram of water. Okay, so you've got 1 gram of a fluid H2O. And effectively what you're going to do is you're going to heat that up. So you've got some kind of, I'm not very good at drawing flames, you've got some kind of flame attached to, I don't know, I'm picturing a Bunsen burner, I don't suppose it has to be, you get the idea. So you've got some flame which is heating up this water. Now then, this 1 gram of water, if it increases by 1 degree Celsius, the amount of energy that has taken equals 1 calorie. 1 calorie. So first of all, we measure our calorific energy